Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 154 of Manage the Wild. I'm Nick Madsen. Today, we're going to be talking about economic contributions. I know it's an exciting topic. It can be controversial because we're asking the question, who has a say at the table? So I was reading this book, Ecology Management of Blacktail and Mule Deer of North America. It's a super good book. If you haven't got it, go ahead, get it, read it. It's awesome. But I got into a part where they're talking about all the different licenses sold in the areas that have blacktail and mule deer. In Alaska, they sold a total of 90,000 hunting licenses and stamps. There was a total gross license dollars totaling $11,114,000. 58% of that came from out-of-staters. So the question for today's topic is, how much say do we give out-of-staters? Oftentimes, when talking about who has a say at the table about hunting and tags and the different regulations that are going on, hunters are really hesitant to give up the amount of say they have because there seems to be this anti-hunting movement that is building. And largely, hunters still have control over the hunting in their states because they are the largest purchasers, or they're the ones who are paying for all the tags and the wildlife currently. And so until another person contributes as much as hunters still have a pretty good say. Now, within the hunters, let's break this down a little bit. How much do you think they should have a say at the table? When you are putting together your mule deer, your elk plans, your moose plans, do you think that they should bring out-of-staters in? Oftentimes, when they're putting together these committees, they're bringing together people within the area, but then a person just outside the area to show that there's no bias. Now, it gets even more questionable. Colorado, for instance, sold a total of 295,451 tags. There was a total gross license dollars of $59,006,000. 78% of that came from non-residents or out-of-staters. 80% of their gross license dollars are coming from out-of-state tags. I feel like if there's that much of a disparity, that maybe you should be bringing out-of-staters in. Texas sold the overall most amount of licenses and stamps. They had a total of 1,120,620 licenses and stamp holders. Their total amount of gross license dollars was $46,886,000, but only 25% came from non-residents. Colorado, I hate to say it, but I think you're trying to gouge people. So all wildlife, whether we like it or not, are public. Now, it's awesome if you're in the state of Utah and everybody in Utah has a say, but the challenge is that people in Washington, D.C. still are entitled to have a say in management of mule deer in Utah because all wildlife are held in a public trust, not just within the state of Utah, but within the United States. So if I have concerns as a resident of Utah about something that is going on, let's say Wyoming, Montana about wolves, or caribou in Alaska, I still have a voice. Now, whether my voice is going to be listened to or not is up for debate. It's often not listened to at home. So now the question will be, Colorado, are they bringing in somebody from out of state? And if you do bring in somebody from out of state, how much of a say do you give that person? 80% of your money is coming from out of state. Are you bringing in hunters from out of state? What type of hunters? How are they affiliated? Okay, if you're not going to bring in hunters, are you bringing in researchers? Where is their money coming from? All these will play a critical question into how much say. But if you're contributing the vast amount of money to a system, you probably ought to have a say at the table. And if Colorado is taking 80% of their license dollars from out-of-staters, I feel that they should have a voice at the table. Now, not every state is getting more, like Utah. Utah definitely gets more residential hunters. They give out quite a few tags to residential versus non-resident. Total is $18 million from license dollars. This is back in 2018. 18 million in Utah for gross license dollars, but only 6 million of that comes from non-residents. So there are states out there that are collecting quite a bit less. Here's another one. Montana. They had a total of 224,000 tags for a total gross license dollars of $38,983,000. 28 million of that came from non-residents versus just 10 million from residents. Again, if you are collecting the majority of your money from non-residents, you may want to start giving them a say at the table. Let me know your guys' thoughts. It's controversial. I just came across it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Ooh, now we have to open up another seat for one of those guys. But tell me what your guys' thoughts are on this, and I'd like to keep this discussion going on who has a say at the table. All right, guys, have a great day. Stay wild.